GloRilla, Typa, let's talk about it.
This episode is brought to you by Max. The HBO original comedy special, Gerard Carmichael, Don't Be Gay, is now streaming on Max. Emmy-winning comedian Gerard Carmichael returns to the stage in his boldest special yet, bringing his sharp wit, unfiltered honesty, and the kind of vulnerability that's made his voice truly one of a kind. Don't miss Gerard Carmichael, Don't Be Gay. Now streaming on Max.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. GloRilla has returned to making music, guys, and we're back with a new single. We're going to be checking it out. I'm going to be reviewing it, guys. And honestly, guys, I will say this. Let's just get into it. I got a lot of thoughts to say because, honestly, I might be a little disappointed. So let's just get into it, starting off with the beat. Now, look, guys, I think this beat's pretty much all right. There's not much to it. You know, it's kind of that sample and trap beat formula. You know, the only thing I will say is that maybe the guitars are used a lot better on here, in my opinion, which, you know, is really good. That's a cool thing. But I'll just be real, guys. This is kind of just the sample and trap beat. You know, the Jack Harlow format is at it once again. You know, and this format's been using done to death. And I know GloRilla has been using samples throughout her whole music, but she usually does something with these samples. And, you know, you're not really getting that with this beat. And we're going to get into that later. But I will say this beat's just kind of basic. There's just nothing really to it. You know, there's no beat switches. There's no, you know, the bass going crazy. You know, the drums are really hard. You know, there's some hard impacting drums, but you know, you can have hard impacting drums, but, you know, when you're just using the sample and putting some basic-ass trap loops on there, you know, it's going to sound like some basic-ass trap loops. I'll just be real, guys. And, you know, I think, you know, this is kind of one of those things where the sample is really big. This is obviously a big song to sample, and we're kind of using that as a crutch. And, you know, usually I wouldn't complain about this too much with GloRilla because she usually does it justice. She usually does it good.
We off? 30 seconds of carefree bliss.
Oof, like wind in your hair carefree.
Oh, like using Clorox Disinfecting All-Purpose Cleaner in the home carefree.
Yes.
Like dog slobbing on the coffee table and cleaning it with Clorox carefree.
He's on a roll now.
Spit toothpaste on the faucet.
You got it. You got it.
Peanut butter on the light switch.
Oh, spritz, spritz.
Spritz, spritz. Clorox, man. Clean feels good.
Okay, we're back.
Use as directed.
Lights, camera, innovation. Walt Disney Studios chose advanced 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business to transform the movie-making process. Together, we kept a remote production hub in Hawaii and sync with a team in California to bring Lilo and Stitch to theaters this summer. This is picture-perfect collaboration. This is Walt Disney Studios with T-Mobile for Business. Take your business further at T-Mobile.com/now.
You know, there's been a lot of examples from her last album in 2024 that used samples really well, made it her own song, made it pretty fire, obviously. But let's get into the first verse, which we're already having a little bit of some issues here. Now, I do like the first verse. I like the flow. I like how GloRilla's sounding on here. You know, the flow switches are really great. I do like how she's riding on this beat. It's pretty good. It sounds good. You know, I don't have really much complaints about the first verse. It's just kind of, it's pretty good. You know, it's nothing crazy, nothing that I've heard, nothing that I haven't heard from GloRilla before, but it's definitely there. Now, let's get to the hook, because there is really no hook. This is one of those things where, again, it's the Jack Harlow format. Let's rap in the beginning, and then let's let the hook be the sample. And I think when you let the hook just be the sample, guys, it really disappoints me. And let's talk about this, because I really been hearing a lot of samples being used. I remember we've been talking about a lot of rappers using samples, and guys, I'm getting kind of tired of it. And I think you're probably getting tired of it too, because, you know, this is a case where we're using a sample, but we're not doing anything with it. When I heard this sample in the beginning, I even said it while I was listening to the song. I said, oh, okay, this is a big-ass song to sample. GloRilla better do it justice. GloRilla better go crazy. GloRilla better add something to it. And then I listen to the song, and we get to the same point where it's the Jack Harlow format again. And I guess this works. I guess if you use a big enough song that it just doesn't matter, that this is just going to work, you know, as the Jack Harlow effect. But guys,
home means something different to everyone. But with Rocket Mortgage, home can mean even more. It can mean a college education, taming your high-interest debt, even a renovation. We've made it easier than ever to use your home equity. That home you worked so hard for, now it can work hard for you. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
I love ravioli.
Ho tanta fame.
Since when do you speak Italian?
Since we partnered with SAP Concur, their integrated travel and expense platform and breakthrough solutions with AI gave me time back to dive into our financial future. We expand into Europe in 2027, so I'm getting ready.
Well, you can predict the future?
I can predict you'll like that message.
What message? Whoa, hey, we all got bonuses.
You can save for college now.
I don't have kids.
You don't say.
SAP Concur helps your business move forward faster. Learn more at concur.com.
I'll just be real. It's kind of boring. Like, when you do this, it makes the song boring as hell. And I can't believe I have to say this for GloRilla, which is kind of really disappointing. Kind of hurts my heart to say. But I'll just have to be real with y'all. This shit's fucking boring as hell. And then you get to the second verse. And the second verse is much worse than the first one. The first one was pretty good. But the second verse, I think one of the main problems we're having is that this beat feels completely empty. And then, you know, GloRilla tries to add some ad-libs, but I feel like these ad-libs, they don't match the beat at all. And guys, I've never really complained about this that much about ad-libs, but if your ad-libs are not matching the beat, they're going to sound off. You know, ad-libs are a great thing for the background. It can add some atmosphere to the track. It can add some soul to the track. But when you're just placing some random ass ad-libs on the second verse, it's like, okay, what the fuck am I even listening to? I mean, holy shit. Guys, I'm really disappointed with the second verse. I think the flow is really off. I think there's some times where GloRilla is not sounding on beat at all. And I think that's a big issue. And I think, you know, Typa is having this problem where we're relying on the sample. And I don't like that. I don't like that we're relying on the sample. Why the fuck are we relying on the sample? You're supposed to, you know, turn the sample and do something new with it. That's what you're supposed to be doing with samples. That's why sampling is a thing in music. What the fuck are we doing? I mean, holy shit. Guys, this is right back to Jack Harlow first class again. I mean, holy shit. Why in 2025, the big 2025, is this still a problem? Can artists actually take some good-ass samples and make their own fucking song? Why? Why do this shit? It comes off lazy. It does. And I'm sorry, but it comes off very goddamn lazy. Very fucking lazy, in my opinion. And it's really disappointing to say that. You know, I think Typa is just an okay song. There's nothing much to it. The beat is really basic. And then we're using the hook. We're using the sample as a crutch. Why? Like, holy shit. It's really disappointing, guys. I can't believe in a GloRilla song I have to complain like this, but hey.
Parents of tweens, if you're familiar with far-off drop-offs...
Dad, stop, right here.
Or get DMs about what's for dinner, you may be experiencing tween milestones. For your son or daughter, these can start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination. Brought to you by Merck.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it. Guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Here we are in 2025 complaining about this. Look, guys, here's a message that I want to say. And then I'm going to say very clearly, rap music in 2025, if you're a rapper and you want to use a really big sample, do not do the Jack Harlow approach. Don't do the 2025 GloRilla approach with Typa. Guys, take these samples and make your own goddamn song. Add something to it. If you don't add something to the track, you're going to get a song like this. Boring as hell to listen to, a basic-ass fucking beat. I'm going to be real. The producer, whoever fucking produced this song, should be goddamn ashamed. This shit's basic as hell. Very fucking basic. And you know, I can't believe the sample is even sampled basic too. We're just gonna, turn the fucking pitch down for the sample and call it a day and slow it down a little bit? What the fuck are we doing here? I mean, holy shit. It's lazy as hell, and this is what you're gonna get. This is the song that you're gonna produce if you do it this way. Take these samples and make your own song. Make something new out of it. Guys, there is nothing original about music today's landscape. There's nothing original about it. No matter what an artist does.
Psst. Hey, besties, listen up. I have a secret to tell you. LinkedIn now has improved the job search experience for nurses. Search by your specialty, the shifts you want to work, and the salary that you want to make. With so many employers hiring on LinkedIn, finding the perfect job is even more simplified. So don't spend months searching. Go to linkedin.com/nurses and find out why in the past year, more than 1.5 million nurses have used LinkedIn to search for their next role. That's linkedin.com/nurses.
It will never be original. You know, how you make a song original in 2025 and beyond is that you take what was working in the past and evolve it. Do something else. Go crazy on it. Actually rap on it. Actually fucking do something with this sample. I can't believe I have to complain like this for a GloRilla track. I mean, that's insane. I mean, 2024, I was praising the hell out of GloRilla for, doing good-ass music with these samples, but in the big 2025, hey, I guess sometimes we drop the ball. Typa, I'm going to have to give this song, guys, like a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Guys, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day. I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Bye.